So hello, I'm back again to talk about American domestic politics. I'm going to show you guys a video that highlights I didn't know the leopards were going to eat my face moment. And we're seeing a lot of that in the country right now with a lot of people regretting their support for Donald Trump. Why, you ask? Obviously, because people's lives have been affected by this president's choices. I'm going to show you two highlighted examples. And I'll give you guys a hint before I even show you the video. But one was a Haitian business owner, running a restaurant. Well, when he took away H-1N visas, and they specifically targeted Haitian immigrants and revoked their citizenships, that greatly affected his business. And he happens to be Haitian. The irony, right? A Haitian who voted for Trump. Now, don't be surprised by that. You'll see a lot of that. A lot of people from Haitians from Haiti, people from some continents in Africa, some black folks from Africa, Africans. They think very differently than black Americans, obviously, because they come from a completely different culture. Black Americans grew up in a different culture, in the sense that their upbringing and they're Americanized because they're obviously American citizens, like everybody else here that's been born in America. They're ingrained in American culture. Their ancestors were enslaved on American soil. So black Americans grew up with hip hop and civil rights era. So the black community in America is very different than the black community coming from Haiti or any of the states in the continent of Africa. Or countries in the continent of Africa. Completely different culture. So again, nobody's a monolith, and you have to remember that. But there's a lot of people, and I know I've met a lot myself that came from the likes of Zimbabwe, Senegal, Africa, Haiti. They have a very different mindset than American blacks. So they have this mindset of being, subservient to power. So it shouldn't surprise anyone, because that's the culture they know. So they come to America and they obviously aspire to people, some of the ones that can vote. Not all of them. There's a lot that don't vote like that. There's a lot that actually value democracy. There's some that are just misled and they vote for authoritarian leaders because that's from the countries they come from. Some of these people come from, they're used to that culture. So anyways, his vote obviously affected his quality of life, though. His business is doing terrible. He's losing money because of Trump's decisions. Trump's going after his people. And obviously when it hits home and it hits you, you're not going to like it. Again, it's the face ate your leopard moment. I'm going to highlight another example, and I'm going to show you the video in a minute here. 75-year-old white man who's been a lifelong Republican, who's also a small business owner, voted for Donald Trump. Republican his whole life. Now what's he mad about? Mass deportations. Why, you ask? Because it affected him. He's married to an immigrant from another country who happens to be an Hispanic woman named Jasmine. His wife, 45-year-old woman. Yeah, I know. He's dated a woman much younger than him. The Trump administration went after his wife. She's in deportation right now. She's in one of those concentration camps. Obviously, he's regretting his vote for Trump because his vote for Trump and Trump's choices have effectively ruined his life. because now he can't get his wife back now. He's living in this country and he can't get a hold of his wife. His wife's in a concentration camp, which is, yes, this is what I call these detention centers, concentration camps. There's no better way to say it. Private for profit prisons. All right. Yeah, imprisoning immigrants has become a commodity. Congrats. All right. I know, who would have thought in the 21st century we would have a president who's literally building concentration camps all over America and throwing people in them. Okay, it's happening. Very much like what happened in Nazi Germany. All right. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about the radical left anymore because it's nonsense. There's nobody on the left proposing abolishing anything maybe other than ICE, which that should be abolished, quite frankly. I don't think ICE should even exist as an agency. They're a rogue agency being ran by an authoritarian government right now. But you worry about radical? Look at our government right now. Donald Trump has steered this country so far to the right that we have no more breathing room as a country. Whether it's building concentration camps and throwing people in them, sending ICE agents out to kill protesters, kidnapping people off the streets, okay, taking away our due process and constitutional rights, taking away states' rights, taking away our ability to regulate AI. And as you see the results of that, AI data centers are being built all over America, in every major city and state around the country. Unchecked corporate power, rampant corruption in your face every day, proudly, as we all heard, and as inflation continues to get worse. And then we have ICE marching in our streets. Okay, we got a guy trying to call martial law because he don't want elections to happen. He's trying to effectively federalize all the elections now. Yeah, this is what we got running our government right now. A bunch of pedophilia, corrupt clowns who are running our government into the ground, stealing the money out of the treasury and running. Okay. That's what we got. Now some people are having buyer's remorse. I wonder why. Because their quality of life is getting affected by this. And I tell people we're all chained to a rhythm and it's going to come back around and bite us. Okay. So the way we vote as a society does affect our lives. If we think we're just voting in self-interest, if we vote at all, it's going to have an effect on our life one way or another. So voting out of selfishness instead of compassion and wanting better for everybody, including yourself, is a mistake if you're not voting for that intention. If you're voting just strictly out of because you think somebody's going to put more money in your pocket, I got another bridge to sell you. Or you're voting because of racial or cultural animosity, I got another fraudulent bridge to sell you. Because that's the vote that's going to be highly consequential, and it's not going to be in a good direction. It's going to be the wrong direction. Okay. Voting out of misinformation and anger has led our country to this point. Just know that. Now, I also understand what the Democrats were dishing out was not that great either. And that's been the problem. That's a discussion we're having within our own party. Because things do got to change with both political parties right now. I'm not in denial of that reality. But we need to have a political party and representatives that actually focus on the needs of this country and our people for a change. And we have not seen that for a long time. Okay. So that's all I want to highlight in this video. I'm going to show you guys the next clip in a second here. Love y'all. Have a great night. Goodbye.